party's all done. The feeling's here that only comes one time a year. Time.
Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the DownAir podcast. I'm joined by my friends Cube.
We're back.
Robbie.
A dinosaur story.
And I'm Dev.
Is it dinosaur tail?
No, it's definitely story.
I was going to say we got to start this over if I got that wrong.
No, it's okay. It's okay, don't worry.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back.
Welcome back. How long has it been since our last episode was what?
I think right after E3.
It's been a few months.
It wasn't. No, it had
no,
been.
Yeah. We
been
talked about Banjo being good.
Yeah, September. I think it was maybe a week after Banjo, because it was also, that was also when we talked about Terry being announced and Sans being
2 months.
announced.
2 months ago.
Yeah, we had Jake on.
Did we have Jake on?
That was for the Banjo episode, definitely.
Yeah.
September 10th, 2019.
No, that was
episode 14. We are okay.
No, we didn't have Jake for that one. We had him for the E3.
The Banjo reveal.
Yeah, no, I was talking about in the one in September where they actually showed off Banjo.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And Jake's not here again today. So don't fucking ask for him in the comments. We read them.
We know you guys. We know you guys. First of all, comment, and then second of all, are just clamoring, asking when we'll get another guest on. Like we're not enough.
The first person to comment, you're the next guest.
First person to comment, you're banned.
well, I don't want to reveal my hand too early, but let's just say next episode I got a special one lined up, Mr. Gay Ben. That's right, my gay friend Ben.
My gay friend Ben's gonna be on. Mr. Drake Cake himself will be
fucking nice. Great, good job, everyone. Stellar work. So yes, it's been 2 months since our last episode. We talked about Terry being announced in the last episode, and now here we are. Terry is out and playable. He's real good. All right,
he's real good. No, he's good. Bye.
He's good.
Thanks for watching.
So no, we should probably actually talk about him, how he plays, how it's fucked up that he is a DLC character that brings more representation to not only his series but his company than arguably any other third-party character in Smash Brothers.
Imagine having only 2 songs.
Day one. Imagine only having two songs.
Imagine having only 2 songs for about 4 years.
It's crazy, man.
Whose fault is that?
There had to have been some weird red tape.
It has to be Square. There's no way if Sakurai is able to go to SNK with a list of music and being like, hey, I know this is a lot, but I really like SNK music, so this is what I've come up with. So if you want to take this and then whatever songs you want to take off of this list, that's fine, but this is what I'd like. And they're like, okay.
Here's more songs, actually.
Wasn't the story that they were like, you can take anything, and Sakurai was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he gave them
this is asking a lot. I mean, are all of these okay? And they were like, oh, is that it? You want more? Yeah, you could have anything.
He gave them a list of the songs he expecting them to cut it, and they were like, no, it's fine.
He's like, good, yeah, that's great.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
A word. You have not only do you have songs from Fatal Fury, and obviously you have King of Fighters also, but then you have 2 versions of the Psycho Soldier theme. You have Metal Slug music. Slug!
Wolves, fucking Samurai Showdown.
Samurai Showdown. Metal Slug has more music in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate than Final Fantasy VII.
It's fucked up.
How?
Like more than like some Nintendo franchises in there too.
It has like they have like 5 songs in there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shoutouts that you could. It's one of those characters where you can tell like Sakurai really fucking cared.
Like there was a lot of shit. Yeah, this was a lot of love. I mean, considering the fact that it was also the longest of these type of broadcast. It was 45 minutes long. They announced that it was going to be a 45-minute long broadcast, and everybody automatically assumed, like, okay, if it's going to be this long, then clearly that means they're going to announce DLC number 5, because what else would take up that much time? No, Sakurai just really fucking loves SNK, and he's just gonna
shut the fuck up about it!
He's just gonna talk about SNK and Terry Bogard for 48 minutes. He went over.
I don't have a Wonder Swan. I don't got one.
It was a really good video.
It was great.
It was a really good. I love when like it was very fun to hear Sakurai, you know, talk about when he talked about like Banjo-Kazooie and talking about this series, like, you know, that he obviously doesn't have much, like, not necessarily fondness, but it's obviously a series that's new to him. So, you know, being able to show it off but still, you know, treat it with respect and whatnot was really nice to hear. But it was great to see, like, you know, this is a series that you could tell he loves SNK, he loves Fatal Fury, he loves King of Fighters.
Yeah.
The fact that he feels that he owes Smash Brothers' existence to the King of Fighters in a way clearly is evident in here with, you know, how much he was able to actually talk about King of Fighters.
Yeah.
So that's shout outs.
Shout outs to King of Fighters.
Glad I don't have to do 3 jumps.
Fuck you. I did. Oh, I hate King of Fighters. If you like King of Fighters, characters are fun. You know, that's great. I ain't playing any game where I'm walking to the right and I have to do 3 different button inputs to jump in a certain direction. Not doing it. I just want to press up and then to the right.
That's all it should be.
That said, I would like to. I do one of these days want to try Fatal Fury, the first one. I think they have it on Switch.
Yeah.
Seems
fun. I want to play Mark of the Wolves.
I think that's also on Switch.
Yeah, I think most of them are. Most of them are. Switch.
Yeah, I think like a fair amount of Neo Geo games that you would want to play are probably on the Switch.
I want to play Flame of Recca.
Maybe.
Flame of Recca is not on the Switch.
I don't know. You check.
Sakurai, do it. Make it so. He'll do it. Flame of Recca will be the next character.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Smartest podcast.
Terry's also fun to play.
Oh yeah.
It feels like everything I want out of Ryu, which is recovery.
Yeah, I feel like I remember when they were first rumoring, I was like, oh, you know, it might be Terry Bogard coming to Smash, and in my head I was like, really? We're gonna do a third character that I have to use fighting game input commands for?
But they play completely differently, so
they feel so different, and yeah, it kind of feels like, not that Ken and Ryu feel bad, but it definitely kind of feels like third time's the charm, where they finally got like a hand on. I think it's also the fact that he's not an Echo Fighter, so they were like, okay, we can actually like expand a little bit with what we can do with.
Terry's also got like 5 specials, which is like the first for any Smash Bros. Character.
That's crazy. Yeah, so he has so Terry, you know, he has 5 specials, and he has instead of just a side special that you do in either direction, he has a forward special and then a back special.
Which, that
is new territory for Smash.
Yeah, so like the gates are open. Probably never getting another character that does that, but
no, hold on. We could have an entire new bit on this podcast.
Would you be mad if every character in the game had the same like turn in the direction of the enemy like quirk to them.
It honestly doesn't bother me that much.
Because I don't know. I kind of would, because I feel like, mostly just because there is some stuff in the game that the ability to basically because of the fact of how that system works, where you turn around to face your character, it means that there is some stuff that just does not work. Like if you get spun around with Mario's cape, if you try to spin Ryu around with Mario's cape, it doesn't work.
It just doesn't work. Yeah,
fair point.
So
I guess like if you wanted to like throw Mario's fireball in a different direction to set it up, you couldn't do that either.
Yeah, like some stuff kind of gets broken in a way because of it, but also just sometimes. Granted, I don't claim to be good as Terry, but I definitely do feel like sometimes I forget how I'm supposed to reorient myself. So I will just try to get back on stage, and it's like, oh no, I'm actually doing the back special further away.
What I'm saying is Little Mac should have command inputs.
What Robbie is saying is that Little Mac should have command inputs.
Yeah,
you give him command inputs.
Then he had Punch Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, up.
Yeah.
Down.
All right.
You know?
Sakurai, make it so.
Well, actually...
When
Okay, so he's the only character that can't tap jump.
That's fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't tap jump in real life.
And then you can double tap down to spot dodge.
Yeah. They'll do
That's
it.
alright. That's alright. Yeah, when they announce the next Punch-Out game, they'll do it.
I really like that. I really like his gimmick where like once you get enough damage you get like 2 supers that you can use whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that I kind of like. I look at Terry and I'm like, this feels like a character from the next Smash game.
This feels like this feels like a Terry feels a lot more like a character from a fighting game put into Smash Brothers.
Well, what I mean is like if this is Smash 5, then Terry feels like a Smash 6 character.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like he's got like more things than other characters do.
Yeah, he has way more technical.
I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, if Sakurai really wanted to put Final Smashes in, I feel like you could do a thing like you're doing with Terry, which is like once you get to 100 damage, you now have access to like another special move. If like if you're using Mario, you can hold down B instead to like charge a bigger fireball or something like that.
That would be nice.
Or like if you're Samus, you get ice missiles or something.
That would be cool. Yeah, he just has more. And what I meant by like, it feels like they actually put a fighting game character in Smash. Just that he has a lot more like technical depth. I felt like, and just more mechanics to him. Yeah. Whereas like it would almost feel like it almost makes by comparison, it almost makes Ryu and Ken kind of feel like they're missing something.
Yeah.
To me.
I love, now that I think about it, I love Terry being in and like seeing the combos he can do and like seeing the amount of things that he can link together and how heavy he is. Like he's as heavy as Snake. I look at that and I'm like, Sakurai didn't forget how to make Melee. Sakurai could make a legit fighting game if he wanted to. Like
if he just did not care about the casual audience whatsoever, he could just roll the sleeves up and be like, all right, yeah, you know what, you want move cancels, all right, yeah, whatever.
it shows that he understands traditional fighting game mechanisms.
Yeah,
in a way that I didn't really like realize before, and it's like, yeah, man, it makes me respect Smash Bros a lot more in that way.
Yeah, the man fucking grew up playing fighting games. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
He talks about like he talks about fighting games. He talks about, I feel like recently he talked about like Marvel 3 or something in like a Famitsu column. It's like man knows what's up.
A lot more credit for Sakurai just by Terry releasing. Like you can really tell he gave a shit.
Yeah.
So good character all around.
Good character. Great stage.
Good fucking stage.
The stage rules. Also a very unique stage because it has walls kind of. at first glance it looks like a walk-off stage, but the edges of the stage are kind of like barriered off. So if you hit someone against the stage, they do a wall bounce like a fighting game. And at first glance, when they showed that off, I was like, "Oh shit! Does that mean the stage is legal?" And then they showed off the fact that it's like, "Oh, if you just hit them enough times against the wall will break, and then they just die."
Yeah.
There's no coming back. I was like, "Oh, never mind." But the stage rules, and it. I don't feel like it's any exaggeration to say that it almost like completely changes how you play Smash Brothers.
It does. It makes it feel more like a fighting game, and in the same way that a fighting game, how Smash Bros is unique in its design, where it's like you get to a certain percentage and you try to stay away from the ledge and you have to recover. They kind of take out the recovering part, but they still have the closer you are to the edge, in the same way of a regular traditional fighting game, you don't want to be backed up into a corner. But in this one, like, you can lose a stock at 20 if you're close enough to the edge.
If you're too close to the corner and someone just like starts getting a combo, like a Terry just starts getting a combo off on you, like you're done. Like you're done.
If you're tired of recovering, this is the stage for you.
Yeah. It's interesting. I just kind of thought about it in my head as you were describing that, because if I remember correctly, I feel like the original Smash Brothers game was kind of conceived as a kind of take on like sumo.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I feel like that feels a lot like this. Like it feels like closer to that, truer to that kind of philosophy, where it is like, very close to the trying to avoid being close to the edge, and then once you are like that's it.
It is a tug of war.
It's a really interesting stage. Just it looks very nice. I really appreciate all of the SNK character cameos that show up.
Yeah,
and they're tied to the music.
Yeah, and obviously all of the music is very, very good. Great DLC.
Yeah. No My
is a game for good little boys and girls.
Good boys and girls. No My.
I say, looking directly at Bayonetta.
Looking directly at Palutena.
At Joker.
It was funny to read the interview where Sakurai was pretty much just like talking about like, I feel like all this fucking certification shit is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Where it's like I could put a character. It's like, I got no problem putting in characters with guns, but then you have a character with breasts, and then it's like, whoa, hang on.
Slow down there.
It was very interesting to see like almost like candid Sakurai to like actually like talk about that kind of aspect of development. And also like actually touch on like, hey, this game has an ESRB rating, so no. Which I guess really, the only other time that was ever really brought up was when he was first showing off Bayonetta in Smash Ryu and saying like, hey, we had to make her not naked.
Who knew?
Best part of this DLC was not Terry. It was not the stage. It was not the music. It was the Akira Mii costume from Smash 4.
Yeah,
coming back. No Heihachi, unfortunately.
Is that the only? What other? They added a few other Mii costumes, right?
It was Akira. It was the Akira costume from Smash 4. It was the Jackie Bryant costume from Smash 4. There was a Nakaruru costume that was new. I feel like there was one more. Oh, Iori.
Oh yeah.
Was that it?
I think so. I was kind of bumming into a Metal Slug for the Gunner.
Yeah, that is a bit of a bummer. And also, I was also bummed that's like they brought 2 out of the 3 kind of like fighting game character Mii costumes back, but oh well. Maybe they're just saving it for DLC 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Who will be Heihachi?
Who will be Lucky Chloe.
It'll
Actually,
be...
Negan.
Oh, it's Negan.
Yeah, that's let's just get to different licensing agreements in one.
The reveal is him just lining up like the N64 cast outside of the trailer.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him. They're all dead.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger, Mario. Kirby Samus, Link Luigi, hand hook, car hand door.
Gangnam Style.
And then everyone clapped.
And then everybody started clapping, and then everybody got out of the down with cis bus and started beating me up.
Open Negan style.
Anyway, speaking of DLC 5,
Is it real?
is it real?
Oh,
a
right.
while.
We had music for that.
It's been a while. No, we didn't. We never did.
Oh.
Yes,
It was-
yes,
It
yes.
was, no, I mean, we never had official MP3 music. It was only ever Robbie just,
It's only ever me just yelling.
yeah. I
Not
tried.
music.
I tried early on.
Dev tried to stop me. Dev did try to stop me.
I've just let it rock now. Is it real? Is it real is our leaks, rumor, speculation segment of the show, because obviously with DLC 5, the last character in the first season of the Fighters Pass, whether or not they do a second one is yet to be seen, but the first season is almost over. So there's plenty to be said and to be had as far as who is left, who is next.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I feel like the first real bit of DLC Fighter 5 kind of teases came with before the Terry announcement happened, or not the announcement, but like the broadcast happened.
Yeah.
And there was a series of video leaks, quote
Yeah,
unquote.
it was posted on 4chan, I think.
It was posted on 4chan. It was also on YouTube, I think, right? I think they've made their way onto YouTube.
Yeah, I think it might still be up.
And it is, which I guess that alone could could maybe give you an idea of what you think of its validity. It is of 2 Mii fighters and Ken giving a thumbs up on
Classic.
on the classic thumbs up Ken of leak approval on the Yggdrasil stage from Dragon Quest XI. The
Timer is stuck at 2:30.
Yeah, the timer is stuck at 2:30. It does not move. And the Mii fighter costumes in question, it is a Mii brawler and a Mii gunner. The Mii brawler is wearing a hat of Mallow from Super Mario RPG, and the Mii gunner is wearing a hat of a cute little Cacodemon from Doom.
And
So,
yeah,
and Ken is there.
Yeah.
We'll
should also mention that the title of the video is just straight up Gino and Doomslayer leak.
Yeah. So naturally, when this kind of started making its rounds, the internet kind of blew the fuck up because this is definitely when it was more to be believed. This was definitely like, oh my god, this is like probably one of the larger leaks to happen for this game, because this is just like straight up video.
Yeah.
I mean, there was which is kind of where this originated from. There was the picture of Ken giving the thumbs up, and I feel like that I think that definitely before this, I think that was the biggest one because that was just a straight up screenshot. I don't think that's happened for anyone else.
Besides
like
in-game,
text.
no, but like menu, like we got the 3DS menu early.
I'm talking about Ultimate, but like,
Oh, Ultimate, okay.
yeah, as far as Ultimate goes, this is like kind of this would have been like the hugest leak. The only other thing I can think of is people picking apart a Mosaic to menu to get the name of Spirits mode early.
Yeah. Stage builder.
Yeah. Oh God, right. The stage builder. That was just an accident. That was just
that was a mess.
Yeah. So yeah, this kind of blew everything up. People were wondering, you know, like is who's going to be DLC 5? Because, you know, obviously these are two very different series. So people were wondering, like, okay, is Gino going to be DLC 5 and Doom Guy going to be the one after that? You know, are either of them even going to be characters? Because this is also, not only is this the first, like, one of the first times we've gotten like video for a leak, this is also one of the first times that a leak has just been Mii costumes.
Yeah.
People will normally just be like, oh shit, here I got a picture of the render. Oh, or here's like the main menu. It's like, no, these are Mii costumes, which is like, that alone was kind of leaning to its credibility for a bit, because like, who would fake a Mii costume?
Yeah, like one of the big things everybody was going back and forth was like, can you mod Mii costumes like you could in 4? And it seemed like at the start, no, because it was like much harder to do.
Yeah, so that was kind of the thing that was keeping it from. It was making it very hard to deconfirm at the time, because it was like, Smash Ultimate Mii modding it's not impossible, but it is very, as of right now, it's very difficult just because of how they changed Mii how just in general how Mii costumes are implemented in Smash Ultimate, and the kind of constraints that come with making Mii costumes, stuff where it's like, okay, it has to be, you know, if you're gonna put a Mii costume in, it has to be, and you're gonna replace it, I don't think you can actually like put in new assets. I think you need to replace pre-existing ones.
Yeah. And they gotta be the same size.
They have to be like the same file size or smaller. So you need to. This is someone who needed to know that, and then also needed to be able to make, you know, these very high quality models.
Convincing. Very convincing.
Very convincing models. And, you know, be able to compress them, because I don't think anyone has really gotten like compression down pat as far as like the modding community goes. So you needed to not only be able to make these models and then put them in the game, but then you also needed to be able to compress all of the necessary information as to not just have the game crash. And so for a very long time, people thought like, oh, this does not seem like it's actually possible to do right now through mods. So it's very likely that it's real. Some people have since like came out and said like, no, this is, you know, it still definitely requires modding knowledge, but it's not impossible to do. With some proof of people doing just that, and then people taking that and going like, oh well, it's not the same model. It's like, okay.
Wasn't there a thing after Terry came out where people cross-referenced the fact that they buffed Ken and Ryu a little bit, and they changed the parameters of his up B?
That was
those same parameters are the same as the video.
So I definitely, that was the other thing that I saw was like, yeah, people were looking at like, because Ken attacked some of the Mii fighters in the video, and they were saying like, you know, the combo that he does that with like the Shoryuken and whatnot deals, you know, however much damage, and it like leaves this person like decimal of damage, and they were like, nothing that we could do right now does this much damage. Like Ken's Shoryuken does not do this much damage in this version of the game, and I don't know if, I don't think Ryu or Ken got buffed in this patch. So
Okay.
I think that is still unexplained as to why that is. Which I mean, and I guess if it's, I don't know anything about whether or not you can mod like attack properties in that way, like whether it's like like damage variables or what have you. I have to imagine, because I think there are kind of like Project ME type of mods in the works for Ultimate. So
I think you can. I think that's
you-
not to say that you can't do that, but I think like it's weird that this person also did that.
yeah, like this was
Yeah.
a lot of effort for this leak.
Yeah, like maybe this person's making their own Project M. type
Yeah, like
thing.
if this ends with
Well, maybe they don't
if
cost
someone was
this.
like, "Hey, remember this? This is for my Project Ultimate project." I was like,
Yeah,
"Shit,
turns
okay."
around in the chair.
They'll get
Yeah.
killed.
They will get assassinated. Like this is even more work than Omni's like Rayman leak. Like
Yeah.
like Omni just he
Like-
had Illustrator and After Effects. This is like you need to have a jailbroken Switch. You need to have all these modding tools. You need to have knowledge
modeling
of
knowledge.
3D modeling knowledge and compression knowledge. All of this stuff. So yeah, I think as of right now, it's kind of been pushed aside as like either inconclusive or just like it's probably not real.
Yeah.
Which either way, crazy amount of.
It hasn't necessarily
Absolutely.
been disproven yet, but there's from what you'll probably hear coming up soon, there's not a lot going towards it.
There's not a lot going. Yeah, there's like a lot of the things that are being said to disprove it don't necessarily disprove it, but
Yeah.
like for a myriad of reasons, there's not much reason to have a lot of stake in this specific leak.
Yeah.
Don't put all your money in it.
Yeah, don't as you will learn also coming up, don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially
Yeah.
if it's made in the Source engine.
Speaking of which,
That
y'all play Half-Life? Just like
No.
in general? Oh.
I've been playing through Half-Life Source recently, and that game's all right.
I played Half-Life 2 Episode 2 last night, specifically to get the Little Rocket Man achievement.
Oh,
Because I didn't.
I should stream that. I
done
wanna
it
watch that.
before. Oh, I'll stream it. But the reason why I wanted to play it beforehand was because I didn't want to stream it and get frustrated trying to get that achievement. And I got so frustrated last night, I downloaded a mod that made the car easier to hold the gnome than the vanilla version.
Hey, fair enough.
Because fuck that.
I will.
Yeah, if I remember that car right, then yeah.
I will censor this when it goes live.
Oh no, I will. I'm very proud that I downloaded that mod.
I don't want you to get in trouble with.
It's Steam achievements.
We got forgetting Gabe Newell in the next episode.
Look,
He's
Steam
gonna,
Achievement Manager. I'm just gonna download that.
he's gonna listen to this and he's gonna be like,
Gonna get the razor back.
So I heard that Robbie, I heard that you cheated in
Gabe,
Half-Life
don't
2.
listen to this part.
It's too late. I've already listened to it.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna have to kill you.
Would you like to see my knife collection?
I'm
Of
now
course.
going to make your head explode with the inflate tool. Here I
Now
go.
you will watch Dota 2 with me. It's like, yeah, I will. Yeah, sure, man. This is gonna be my last episode. Unfortunately, I will die.
Robbie will be killed promptly after
Yeah.
recording finishes.
Sorry, everyone. Thanks
By
for having
actual
me.
Slark.
Enjoy it. Hope you had fun memories.
Yeah, they're alright. Anyway, Half-Life.
Half-Life. Heard they're making a new one of those.
Fucked up.
It's actually fucked up.
Yeah.
They announced
kinda-
they announced Half-Life Alyx. What was it? A couple of days ago? It was. No, it's been like
I think it was last week.
last Thursday. It was last Thursday. They announced on it wasn't Tuesday. It was like the beginning of the week. They was like, "Hey, we're just gonna announce Half-Life Alyx this Thursday." I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
And they
And then they did. They announced Half-Life Alyx on Thursday. It is a VR title coming to Steam in March of 2020. Or so they say.
Allegedly.
I'll believe them on this time.
It looks cool. It looks great.
Yeah, like they're
It is. I mean, first of all, the reason why this is related will become clear in a moment. I did not ever. First of all, I didn't ever think I would see another Half-Life game again. So I never really thought about in my head what a new Half-Life game would look like. It looks, for a new Half-Life game, it looks really fucking good.
Yeah, it's like it.
It's
like,
great to see a new. It's great to see a new Source game that isn't like Dota.
Yeah. It's kind of just been that for the last couple of years.
Yeah, which I mean, hey, that's what makes you money, so fair enough.
Yeah.
But like, man, that looks really good. Are you playing Half-Life right now?
Me?
I hear noises. What are you doing back there?
I'm clicking.
Yeah. I hear fucking like squashing noise. Are you fucking killing like head crabs? What are you doing?
I'm clicking, farming in Cookie Clicker. Dev.
What kind of fucking cookies are you clicking on that make those kind of noises?
There's a farm that you can unlock in Cookie Clicker, and I'm gardening right now.
All right. Well, I never got anything like that, so I think you're making it up.
Yeah, you fucking didn't, Dev.
These guys have been like on Cookie Clicker for I don't know how
Not me.
long.
I quit. I got out. I got out.
Now I gotta look up a garden guide because now I'm all fucking flustered.
I heard about something called Crumblor. I don't want to mess with any of that.
Shoutouts to Crumblor. I know you watch this.
No shoutouts. No shoutouts to anything related to Cookie Clicker. It's all
shoutouts.
It's the product of the devil. It's the devil's game. This is how they infect your children.
It's working.
And it's working on 1/3 of this podcast. That's why he has to die.
You want to play a good Isle game, you go play Egg Inc. It's got like an AR mode. Like you can see all the chickens run across into the farms and out on your desk.
That sounds cute.
I'm not playing it.
Well, guess you're not playing Half-Life Alyx.
No, please.
I tried to warn you.
Speaking of Half-Life.
Speaking of Half-Life, another rumor that was making its rounds for quite a while is that the DLC 5 character would not be a Gino or a Doom guy, but a Mr. Gordon Freeman. Sorry, Dr. Gordon Freeman.
Yeah. He has his PhD, please.
He has a PhD.
Gordon Freeman.
That rumor came from someone who... The idea was that someone who had predicted the Half-Life Alyx announcement also predicted that kind of... I don't know if it was in like a tie-in with that necessarily, but that Gordon would be DLC for Smash Brothers. Which has, and not necessarily, I guess that possibility has been like disproven, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if someone explicitly came out and said that it's not Gordon, but that person at the very least was kind of proven to not be legitimate, and also because of the fact that even I remember saying it when everybody was saying like, oh, this person that like a month ago leaked the Half-Life announcement and what it was going to be, leaked the Smash Brothers thing. It's like, hasn't Half-Life Alyx kind of been like the worst kept secret for the past like year or so?
Yeah, like in vague terms at least, like the Valve News Network guy. I don't know his name off the top of my head right now.
Tyler McVicker.
Yeah,
Tyler McVicker.
The man who was vindicated last week. Like, he's been talking about like all sorts of Valve plans for a while.
Yeah, so like, I guess maybe not necessarily everything about what the game has been known. Like, I guess up until right now, if you wanted to think, I was like, oh, is this just gonna be like a VR demo or something with like Half-Life 2 assets?
The thing that got leaked. The thing that like was quote unquote leaked recently was the name Half-Life Alyx.
Okay.
We've known that we're going to be playing a Half-Life VR game starring Alex Vance, which is a prequel to Half-Life 2.
Right.
We've known that we're going to be playing that for a very long time, and that's because of a lot of the leaks and rumors that Valve News Network, aka Tyler McVicker, has been commenting on. But specifically the name Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
We did not know about.
Which that's not like the hardest jump to make.
It kind of has merit, but if you were like, I guess like, because I mean, if you were to say, oh, it's a game where you're playing as Barney, then I'd think, oh, Blue Shift 2. So like, you can kind of say, yeah, that name. It's not like Half-Life 2 Alex either. Like it was Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
Which, say what you will about that leak, but you know that we have known about the VR title where you play as Alex Vance for a very, like, I think 2 years at this point.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, it's kind of been like a like Valve's worst kept secret.
Yeah.
So whether or not they were actually breaking any new ground, not necessarily. Your mileage may vary on that leak. Again, I personally would like to believe that just because that leaker has kind of been called into question, that may not necessarily say whether or not Gordon would have a chance, because even though my heart lies elsewhere for as far as Valve characters being in Smash goes, any of them would be momentous.
Gordon Freeman feels
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
I want TF2 Heavy. I feel like TF2 Heavy has like they would have a more interesting moveset. I think they would fit into the world better. But if we're talking like, this is a game where gaming's biggest icons come to fight in this game,
Sure,
and
yeah.
something like this may never happen again.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we got one,
No, like I don't disagree. Like if Gordon Freeman were to be announced for Smash Brothers, I would not be like, oh man, I wanted Heavy. I would be like, shit, that's still
Oh,
really
fuck.
that's still really fucking cool. What the hell?
yeah.
I would be jumping out of my seat.
Yeah, no, I would be out of my seat. I'd be hooting and hollering when I hear the.
Yeah, I would be hooting, hollering, pressing the V key, flying around.
I would be making HEV suit noises in real life.
There is also, kind of related, there is also a rumor for TF2 from another like anonymous leaker inside the TF2 team that was saying that there is one more like third-party promotional item coming up. But
Right.
they didn't want to tell from what because they were too excited and it would spoil too much.
So take that as you will.
So take that as you will.
Okay.
But
Smash ball pin.
but boxing gloves for the Heavy that are Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Oh, that's real good.
I was thinking like either like a master hand following you like a ghost, or maybe like a
Yeah.
hat, but there's like an unusual effect that has a spinning smash ball.
It gives you Final Smash eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be really good. Like they can do that. That's just the Ubercharge eyes.
Home run bat for the Scout.
Yeah.
Makes a noise.
There's a lot that you could do. But
Actual
I guess
Mario hat.
But I guess if you wanted it to be like universal or something, yeah, then it would
Yeah.
have to be like a hat or something.
A mask of Sakurai's face.
That only Sakurai can use.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
yeah.
it's a fucking
Okay,
notch
you
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take out the notch hat.
Yeah, actually,
take that item from Notch and give it to Sakurai.
yeah, and he's like, I don't fucking what the fuck?
I don't play this fucking game.
Turn this shit off.
Is this Minecraft?
And there was that 2004 article from Famitsu.
Yeah, that was the other thing. People found a 2004 Famitsu article written by Sakurai where he talks about playing both Half-Life. Was it Half-Life or Half-Life 2? I think it was Half-Life 2.
I think
It was Half-Life. It was Half-Life 2 and also Halo 2. And he said, you know, he was like, I was fucking stunned looking at
I was
Half-Life
blown
2.
away.
He's like, is this really the next generation? And you know, so I was
Check
talking,
out this seesaw.
and checking out and talking about like kind of the differences between like I guess American games and Japanese games as far as like and taking like the first person shooter into consideration. And it was cool. It was a, as far as like actually hearing what Sakurai had to say about American first person shooters. It was a cool read. But that also definitely fanned the flames a bit of like, oh fuck, bro, it's Gordon. Gordon's in, dude.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would definitely say that is definitely a 2004 article.
More than a decade ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 15 years, one may say.
Yeah.
And not been many Half-Life games in that time.
Yeah. So whether or not that remains in like the back of Sakurai's mind, we have to see. And also the fact that when you take into consideration, like just thinking about the fact that he said pretty plainly, it's like, I'm not the one going around asking for DLC characters. Nintendo gave me a list, and I look at them and say, yeah, I could do that, or no, I can't do that, as far as like making an actual character out of them.
Yeah.
So not only just thinking about like, you look at all the characters that we have so far, and you think about like, Nintendo put Banjo-Kazooie on a list for Sakurai, but then if Gordon Freeman gets announced, and you think about the fact that Nintendo put down Gordon Freeman from Half-Life on a list of potential DLC characters, and then you have to think about who else was on that list. Who was on that list where Sakurai said, no, I can't do this? Who did Sakurai turn down to make Gordon?
I want that list, so we'll never get that.
We will
never see that list.
It's shredded. It's gone.
People will die before we see that list.
Blood will be spilt before that
Over
list.
dead bodies will we see that list.
You want this list so bad? Come and get me.
Miyamoto said that.
And I'd say he knows a little bit.
Than you do. Something that kind of like drives me away from it is like, I think about all the DLC characters we have now, like Sonic the Hedgehog, like Cloud, Joker, and like all of these characters that are DLC characters have sort of either had a history with Nintendo or have been on a Nintendo console at some point or another for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Half-Life and any Valve game ever truly has no connection to Nintendo.
I mean,
except for Bridge Constructor Portal.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
like Left 4 Dead has more history with Xbox, and Portal 2 has more history with PlayStation than any other like franchise from Valve has to do with Nintendo.
I guess, but then you also have to keep in mind where they said with the DLC is like that does not matter. No,
it truly doesn't. But like this would really be unprecedented, where it's like this really has fucking nothing to do with Nintendo.
And I guess now in hindsight, I guess Joker makes a little bit more sense with that like Persona 5 Koei Tecmo like Musou game.
Oh, I mean, just like
Persona Q.
There's Persona games on Nintendo consoles.
Yeah,
they announced a Shin Megami Tensei game on Switch before Joker.
Yeah, and then nothing. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like this would definitely it would if it were to come to fruition, it would be groundbreaking in a lot of ways. Like this would be not only the first character that truly has nothing to do with Nintendo. Like Banjo, Banjo's Microsoft now, but he had his roots. Persona and Shin Megami Tensei obviously has their connections with Nintendo. Dragon Quest started on the NES. Terry's been
there's a bunch of SNK games on Nintendo Switch alone, like as arcade classics. Metal
and
Slug
before that, they had SNK Heroines on the Nintendo Switch.
And there you go. No Fatal Cuties hat. I'm not buying.
Fucking dropped. Are you kidding? But yeah, so not only a character that has nothing to do with Nintendo, but also just like the fact that it's a PC character, like
it's a PC first-person shooter character.
Yeah,
you would be filling like two very big holes there.
Which, like, you think about, and then you think about the fact that it's like, yeah, they're really, that is, like, one place that they have not gone yet.
Yeah, like, the
Which
closest
is-
thing is Samus.
Yeah, like, I guess. That's fair.
It's FPS.
Yeah, they made a couple of those. But yeah, here's hoping, at the very least.
Yeah, it would be cool.
We will, you know what? We will see in, when is the 12th?
Like a couple of weeks. 2 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
We will see in 2.5 weeks at the Game Awards 2019.
Hell yeah.
Which we can get to. We can talk about that in a second. I think we still have a little bit of
Vergeben's on some shit.
Vergeben's on his nonsense.
That hack Vergeben is at it again.
at it again.
Refuses to back down.
As fans of the show will know that our opinion of Vergeben is quite like a roller coaster. In the beginning of the show, we treated it very in the beginning. There was only Vergeben. We treated his word almost like gospel. I feel like is not unfair to say, because I mean, you know, it was like, oh my god, he called Ridley, he called the Ultimate Ice Climbers. Like, of course I gotta listen to what this guy says. And then time went on. You know, we did not get that Minecraft content.
Not yet.
Not yet, I guess. So a couple of things that he said has not come to fruition. I feel like enough things for people to go, are you sure about that?
Are you sure
All
about
that Street Fighter
that?
stuff.
You remember that one?
Press 1.
Press 1 if you remember that. So the thing that the common theme with DLC character number 5, as far as leaks go, is not a lot of confirming, a heck of a lot of deconfirming.
Yeah. Vergeben has come on record and said, like, yeah, I don't confirm characters anymore. I just deconfirm characters.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude.
The
the reckoner has come.
Everybody is anybody who is saying anything about the next DLC character is only saying who it isn't, which kind of
feels to me like it's not someone you're going to guess.
Yeah.
Which that's one way to read it. That was one way to read it. It's like you're not going to guess. I can tell you who it isn't, and you're not going to be able to guess who it is. In my head, it also, the cynicist in me also reads like, okay, none of you actually know.
Also that.
None of you actually know who it is, and now you're just saying words. Because at this point, it is easier. It's easier to say who it isn't than who it is, because you know it's a much wider list. Because at this point, even as far as our predictions go, I was like, no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Didn't think we were gonna get Banjo. Didn't think we were gonna get Terry Bogard from King of Fighters. Who the hell is DLC 5 gonna be? We got no idea.
I don't fucking know.
It's exciting.
We started this you know, podcast like cocksure of ourselves of characters, and now it's like
we might not
this
be the
godforsaken podcast.
This fucking plague on our souls. Yeah. So yeah, it's exciting, and then also it's an exciting time to be a Smash fan, but it's also, as far as leaks go, it's kind of frustrating because it's definitely like it's becoming apparent, at least to me, or it feels like, all right, I feel like these people don't actually know as much as they say they do, so none of it just seems like concrete enough to put much stock in it.
I loved the drama for a while where Sabi was shooting on Vergeben by Sabi being like, I'm going to say something on Twitter, and then Vergeben's going to say the same thing right after. And it's like, you are arguing about the most inane shit possible.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter
truly
that much.
From the bottom of my heart, shut the fuck up.
like Smash Brothers leaking beef. It seems like
why do you take so much pride in ruining someone's day? Essentially,
it's yeah. I don't know.
You're
man.
not creating content. You're not you're not adding to the discourse whatsoever. You're not putting anything into the world except like disdain from companies, which I'm all for, but also like shitting in the pot of discussion.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Clout's a motivator, I guess.
Your brand is shit.
It's not going to do much for you once, like, it's all done.
Yeah, I guess that's the interesting thing to think about, is like when, I mean, granted, you know, there's still DLC after this.
When that's done.
Yeah, when all is said and done, like, where, I guess, at the very least, you know, Vergeben has, you know, the mystery of, you know, existing only on GameFAQs. So
yeah,
when Smash Brothers DLC is done, he can just kind of retire to whatever hermit mountain he lives on, and then spend out the rest of his days in peace.
He can sit in like the Mickey Speedway USA for N64 board.
Very, very fucking specific from Cuboid.
There's a lot of website games listed on GameFAQs.
Meanwhile, you know, Sabi has made themselves a lot more public and made them themselves a lot more seen.
They got a Twitter, they got a Discord, they got a YouTube channel.
And it's kind of the same thing that happened, you know, to a lot of the people that were talking during like the Grinch League stuff, you know, like, you know, when Imran was being very vocal about like, you know, hey, you guys don't believe this stuff, like it's not, and everybody, you know, being, you know, because they're very public, you know, everybody being like, oh, fuck you, man, you know, what are you talking about, what do you know, like, you son of a bitch, you motherfucker, what do you know? So, you know, obviously that kind of drives people away, so it's just, so when, you know, when all is said and done, when the dust is clear, like, you know, if Sabi ends up being, like, incorrect about some of this stuff, like, where do those people go afterwards? Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, do you lose that follower base that you accumulated from Smash Leaks? Like, where does it
The truly only interesting thing that you have going for you is that you tell me what a corporation is going to do 4 months before they announce it. Yeah. Besides that, your personality is that you like underage anime girls. And it's like there's nothing there.
At the very least, was trying to sound like neutral.
I'm like, no, fuck it.
No.
All right. No, yeah, let's start beef. Let's start leaker beef.
Sabi, come on the podcast.
Oh, God.
I just want to talk.
God damn it. I have to edit this before I leave. Come on, man.
Censor the names of the pwned.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I will do that. I will do that. I guess that's a good note to end that segment on.
Yeah. Stop.
I think at that point we've said what we needed to say. If you have any of your own opinions about leakers, and speculations, you can email us at downairpodcast@gmail.com. You could send us a tweet at our very public Twitter account at downairpodcast. We don't have a Discord. Should we have one?
Email us.
Let us know.
I mean, Robbie's kind of is the Discord at this point.
If you want to yell at me on Twitter, at Cuboid64, just send me whatever you want.
Hold on.
That's fucked up.
Oh, okay. You want to play chicken? I'll play chicken. Okay, so you also got any good Smash inflation porn? Send it to Robbie, dude. Don't worry. I always, you know, big thing for me. I'll like whatever you got. Just send it to Robbie, dude.
Send it to RobbieDude576@gmail.com. Get it going, Robbie.zone. If you have any incriminating details about anybody, actually, Fuck it. If you want to die.
It's getting to be that time of the year again. The Game Awards 2019 are soon upon us. December 12th, I believe.
Yep.
It will be a year since, or about a year since Joker was announced as DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Has it really been a year?
It'll be on December 6th. It will have been a year.
Holy shit.
So it's, so obviously and considering the fact that we're one character away, and since the DLC characters seem to be announced about like a couple of months prior to when they're actually released, it's kind of lining up that the Game Awards would be a pretty good place to announce that.
Yeah, it all tracks.
Yeah. Which, I feel like that's also kind of where, just kind of getting back to the Gordon Freeman thing really quick, I feel like that's also kind of, like, I feel like the other thing that lended to the believability of it is, like, so many things lining up, like, as far as dates go, like, the fact that Jeff Keighley on, like, the Game Awards channel had, like, uploaded a video of him, talking with the Half-Life team about Half-Life Alyx, so obviously it seems like there is very much likely going to be something related to that at the Game Awards. The fact that Smash Brothers is likely going to be there as at the Game Awards, considering the fact that it's nominated for quite a few things. The relation to it as per like the DLC, like a lot like time wise, just like lining up where it's like, okay, this all seems like very conveniently placed together. So it's like there could be something here.
Like, I want you to picture, okay, Half-Life Alyx trailer, new one. It plays, ends on G-Man, and he says, "Oh, but Mr. Freeman, we haven't forgotten about you." And then you just have like the four-way split.
I think you dropped something, Mr. Freeman.
You have an invitation, not from me. He gives him the letter.
So that's just
mail call, and he throws it at him.
Yeah. Pipe check. So that was just kind of my little tangent.
Not 7 out of 10 chance we're gonna see Smash Bros. Related things at the Game Awards.
It's very likely.
It feels very likely, and maybe
Nintendo has
isn't that
always had a big thing to show.
No, that's not when. I think that's when they showed Breath of the Wild DLC. I think that's
when
it was.
Yeah,
it was out the same night.
Oh right, the first part. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and like that little video, like I think it was Miyamoto, I think Aonuma, like showing off the Wii U version. Like they were just running around the game. It was something else. Like before.
I think they did show like the first gameplay footage of Breath of the Wild at the Game Awards. I think that's right.
Oh man, yeah. Huh. Do you think we'll see Breath of the Wild 2?
Hey, why not? Good place to show it.
No.
I feel like
I don't think we're gonna see anything from Breath of the Wild. I don't even think we're gonna be seeing it this E3.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think it's gonna be like a Nintendo Direct after that E3.
Maybe. Yeah, I have to wonder how far enough they are to be able to like show anything for that.
Because E3's big seller, F-Zero Z.
Yeah, because it's a fucking snore.
Yeah, y'all see, like, they found a new F-Zero book?
Yeah, that was fucking crazy. Did you see this, Dev?
Yeah, I did see that. I commented on the fact that it seemed like, I believe if that is to be one Douglas J. Falcon on the cover, he looks like Michael Jackson.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I something that I thought would be kind of fun to do, just because I don't know if we really necessarily have a lot of predictions that we want to make as far as the Game Awards go, but they do have the list of the nominees for all the different awards, the categories for the Game Awards, so I thought it would be fun for us to kind of like talk on that a little bit and give our 2 cents. We don't need to talk about the things that whether or not we care about them, like best esports coach, or it's like all of the esports stuff has nothing to, like, the only esports thing on here that has anything to do with fighting games is like best tournament, and it's Evo. Other than that, everything else is fucking League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, or it's like, okay.
Best fighting game?
Yeah, so we can start with that. So best fighting game. Where the fuck is that?
I think I voted Smash Bros.
I also vote. I didn't play any of these other games. So.
I did not vote.
What are you gonna vote right now?
I only voted for stuff that like I played.
So
I just had enough knowledge for.
So they do have the best fighting game category. The games in the best fighting game category are Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I feel like if anything, so games that I feel like would deserve it. If
not Jump Force.
And there's a reason why I made that distinction. I feel like it's a pretty even toss up between like Mortal Kombat 11 and Smash.
Yeah.
If Mortal Kombat 11 won, I would not be surprised. I would definitely, I want Smash Brothers to win, but if Mortal Kombat 11 won, I would not be surprised. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, a lot of people like that game. It's a big game. That's fair.
Sonic Fox still playing it.
That said, as far as game that has enough teens and crackhead weebs behind it, I could see a reality exists where Jump Force wins.
Yeah.
I voted for Smash Brothers Ultimate, but I want Samurai Showdown to win.
Okay.
Yeah, it deserves something. Like, I feel like that game came and went.
Yeah.
Out of all of these games, I do think Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is like one of the best examples of like quality and quantity.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much in that game, and it's all so good, which I think is what really shines in a fighting game. And Samurai Showdown does kind of have like a limited roster, at least at launch. But like, I want an SNK reboot game to win a game awards award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to I want them to be rewarded for what they did, which is they really dig down and get this franchise that like not a lot of people are clamoring for, but they made something really fucking good out of it.
Yeah. I agree with that. It would be I rank it definitely like probably like Smash, Sam Show, Mortal Kombat 11, I guess Dead or Alive 6, just by virtue of being like a fighting game. And then
Dead or Alive 6 looked playable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Jump Force is not.
Jump Force is decidedly not a playable game. So let's see here.
I feel I'm not okay. Like, they announced Hamaru for like Soul Calibur, right?
Yes, it was Soul Calibur.
I think they used the art from like that reveal, not the actual game.
No. This is from Samurai Showdown. Like, this is
all right.
That is definitely like the box. I think it's more that they use the renders from Samurai Showdown in the Soul Calibur reveal.
Yep, makes sense.
Like that intro for in the actual trailer where they announced Maru. I feel like that is actually just the opening of Samurai Showdown, the new one.
All right.
Who'd you vote for best independent game?
Best independent game. Is it the Fresh Indie Game one?
No, it is not the Fresh Indie Game Studio sponsored by Subway. It is the Independent Game Award.
All right. So the Independent Game Award. We've got Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game. So I will admit, I've only played 2 of the games on this list. I played Baba Is You and Katana Zero. Of those 2, my vote would definitely be Baba Is You.
Yeah, I went for Baba.
I voted Goose Game.
I knew you voted Goose Game.
Goose Game is such a fucking treat.
and like and that's not to say that I wouldn't want Goose Game to win. Like Goose Game is so cool. Goose Game is like a really fascinating game to me.
It is a pleasure of a game.
I heard Disco Elysium is one of the best games a lot of people have ever played. Doesn't have a honk button.
It does not. That's true. That is a knock against it.
Sorry,
I want to play it.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that this didn't have to compete with like Duck Game.
Yeah,
it'd be hard. Mobile game. I haven't played any of these.
Best role playing game.
What the golf is all right. That game's all right. It was an Apple.
Best role playing game. I'm actually just like scrolling through these. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. Should we go back to the top or?
Why don't we just go to the top?
Yeah. I voted for Kingdom Hearts 3. You know me. I love Kingdom Hearts. It was a very half-hearted vote.
For role playing game in particular, I accidentally voted Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I meant to click Outer Worlds.
Oh, you vote. So you love Iceborne. You love Monster Hunter.
I mean, you can.
I haven't played Iceborne.
Oh, me neither. Because it's not actually. It's not out yet. It doesn't come out until January of 2019 or 2020.
That's not true. That can't be true.
It's not true. It came out on PS4 already.
Okay.
It comes out on PC in January. I mean, as far as role playing games go, again, I haven't played Iceborne. I played a bit of Outer Worlds. I have Kingdom Hearts 3. Have not touched it. Literally, it's still in the box.
You made it in dreams, but
I did. Yeah, that's true. I have been in a hole, so to speak, of Final Fantasy 14. So I feel like that's my vote.
Fuck that. Yeah, actually, you know what? That actually is my vote. I'm canceling. I'm sorry, Sora. You're a good friend.
Sora, you are canceled.
Series. Yeah. Maybe after the DLC is out. If the DLC comes out between now and the 12th, and it's really good, I will change my vote.
We'll go down and then
I haven't even played Shadowbringers.
It's I like if they were to say specifically Shadowbringers, that would definitely still be my vote because I feel like that's definitely the best this game has been in a long time. Score and music.
I voted Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence of Hyrule is absolutely Cadence of Hyrule. OC Remix needs a win.
Yeah. Yes.
I like the Zelda soundtrack. I love Cadence of Hyrule.
The thing
it did things with the Zelda soundtrack that I like just made fucking sense. Just made a whole bunch of fucking sense.
It's so fun and it's so heartwarming to have like the Cadence of Hyrule soundtrack is so good and it's so refreshing to hear like you could tell in the soundtrack like these are made by nerds that fucking love Zelda.
Yeah.
So it's so cool. Like this, like for all intents and purposes, this is like a Zelda game, right? Like people just consider this a Zelda game. Like to see
it's my top 5 Zelda game. It's in the top 5.
Like to see fucking Danny Baranowski in the credits of a Zelda game is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
imagine if they bring him back for like Breath of the Wild 2.
Cadence of Hyrule is gonna be in Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Cadence of Hyrule, and again, this is just like I played like I have not played very much of Death Stranding, which I want to remedy. But I mean, like, hey, it seems like the soundtrack that they got for that game is pretty good. Cadence of Hyrule is 100% my pick.
Yeah, I Kingdom Hearts 3 also I could not give it because like so much of the music in that game is just old songs. Like they're new mixes, but they're not great new mixes.
Oh, that's a shame.
But, yeah. I did give it to Devil May Cry 5 though because Devil Trigger.
Yeah, music and
Devil Trigger's pretty good.
Yeah, music Devil May Cry 5, from what I have heard, is also very good. I did not play it.
Yeah.
Best sports / racing game. Crash. By virtue of just didn't play any of the others.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It was good. I should probably also like we didn't actually read the the role playing any of the previous ones, but for sports racing game, it was Crash Nitro Race, Team Nitro Racing, or Team Racing Nitro Fuel, Dirt Rally 2.0, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, F1 19, and FIFA 20. Strategy game, best strategy game, Age of Wonders Planetfall, Anno 1800, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and stop asking me to log in, and Wargroove.
I played none of those games and I voted Wargroove.
A lot of people seem to like Wargroove. The only one on this list that I played is Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and I'm like kind of hesitant to give it that.
Let me sway you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give your spite vote to Wargroove.
I kind of want to give my spite vote to Wargroove.
Give your in spite vote Wargroove.
Because like
spite voting never helped anyone.
It's true.
Me. The serotonin.
The fucking
it's free.
The fucking free bitch dopamine.
Yeah.
No, I mean like as far as like definitely I will say as far as like the actual like RPG like aspect of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, I definitely enjoy it a lot. It's kind of the rest of the game that I don't particularly care that much for. It's fine. It's definitely, I guess if I have to like give it some point of compliment, it's better than Fates was, I guess. But there was also like a very good Fire Emblem game that came out after that it seems like nobody played. So
yeah.
I guess Wargroove. I don't know.
Spite vote Wargroove.
Spite vote Wargroove.
Just do it.
Best VR/AR game. Asgard's Wrath. Sanzar does a lot. It seems like they just do VR stuff now.
Yeah, it seems to be working out for them.
I feel like
I hear that game is really good.
Yeah, because I feel like when like I don't know if it was Oculus or the Vive launched, I feel like they had like a million like games already on the store. Like that's just what they do now. Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe.
None of y'all played these.
No.
Spite vote Outer Worlds.
No.
No Man's Sky.
No, hold on, because a couple weeks ago I visited a friend who uses Oculus to play Beat Saber, and that was pretty alright. I played Gangnam Style in it.
Spite vote No Man's Sky.
Spite vote Trover Saves the Universe. No, I mean, yeah, it would probably be somewhere. It would probably be either Beat Saber or No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like Beat Saber, probably just because like it is actually probably the most popular of these.
Yeah, like those guys got bought by Facebook today, I think.
Yeah,
they did.
Yep.
And then No Man's Sky helps by being obviously an experience that people already like playing, and now it's in VR.
Yeah. So
it would be those two. Fuck you, Justin Roiland.
Die.
Eat my ass.
I very much hope he is not writing for Half-Life, like the rumor said.
It's like, hey, Alex, I'm shitting my pants.
They got back what's his name? The Portal writer.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
he's like overseeing it. I don't think he's like hired at Valve, but he's like,
hey, Shell, I'm shitting my pants.
I got a shit, Shell. Shell, we gotta shit our pants.
Why am I in a potato? It's funny.
That is Valve writing. I mean, that is...
Well, yeah, but like if they leaned a lot more into it,
they should.
They should. You know what? You're right. They should make more of the Kick Is a Lie jokes.
All right, what?
Do we just go into Game of the Year? Or do we go to the
Yeah, let's go back from the top. I feel like we kind of skipped the.
No, I know we were gonna loop back around, but I wasn't sure if we should save Game of the Year for last.
I know who I voted for in Game of the Year.
Who did you vote for Game of the Year? Was it Outer Worlds?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
Streaming.
So Game of the Year category is as follows: Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. I definitely played one of these games. I own I own most of this list. I've never played Control. One of these games I definitely played a significant amount of, more than the others. So my vote would probably be on Smash Brothers.
Yep, same.
All of these games, all of these games, period, made me feel emotional one way or another.
Yeah.
All in positive ways. Which I can't really say about Game of the Year every year.
Yeah.
Did you play Control?
I didn't. However, seeing the fact that Remedy was able to make a new game that also flopped, but from what I heard from the people who played it, said that it was like one of the best games they've ever played.
Yeah, a lot of people
is exactly how I felt 8 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of people really liked. A lot of the people that I know that played Control really, really enjoyed that game.
I really want to play it as soon as it's not just on Epic.
Resident Evil 2 was my favorite game to watch.
Yeah.
In 2019, Sekiro is the game that I made the least amount of progress in the largest amount of time.
Yeah.
That final boss is so fucking hard that boss took me a week. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate made me cry.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Outer Worlds made me optimistic. And Death Stranding fucking pones.
It would not be the way I kind of ranked as like the games that I would not be surprised to see be Game of the Year. My vote would be on Smash Brothers. If I would not be surprised in the slightest if Death Stranding ended up winning.
I wouldn't be surprised if any of these won.
Like these are all.
Yeah, like
this is the first one this year where I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if any of these.
Like
these are all phenomenal games.
These are all very good games. I definitely like.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I would maybe be surprised if like Resident Evil 2 or Sekiro won. Not that they're not good games. Like again, these are all very good games on this list. But I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like. Like if like all of the parts of that game put it over like something like Death Stranding or something like that. I'm not sure.
I think both of those games have pretty much all of the appealing factors of Death Stranding, which is like amazing world building,
right?
Incredible detail, lovable characters, but Resident Evil 2 and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice have bosses that don't make me want to put my head through a fucking drawer.
Yeah.
So, my vote... I honestly don't think Death Stranding is going to be getting Game of the Year, because I think that's going to Best Game Direction. I think the Best Game Direction category of the Game Awards was made for Hideo Kojima to win.
I feel like he could win both. I feel like a lot of the times Game of the Year ends up taking more than one category.
Yeah. It does. I can't think of a time it didn't. I think not Dragon's Dogma. Dragon Age. I think Dragon Age only won Game of the Year.
Okay.
You remember when Dragon Age won Game of the Year?
Fuck no.
Oh.
I remember seeing outrage that game won Game of the Year. Because people were like, that game's not good. Like, people were just like, that game's just not good.
Right.
That's an EA game.
I challenged everything. Fuck you.
I didn't get big at all.
Challenge everything.
Oh.
And now the next one that's coming out soon. I can feel it.
That's what they keep saying. That Anthem 2.0, Anthem Next.
There's
Anthem
never been a better
edition.
time to play Anthem.
It's true, isn't it? Like, I think you get it for like $15 now.
Yep.
Best action game goes to Astral Chain.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of these except Apex Legends, and it goes to Astral Chain.
Yeah. So best action game is Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Modern Warfare, DMC5, Gears 5, Metro Exodus. It's Astral Chain.
Yeah.
Astral Chain. I did not beat it. That is a That is a fun platinum game.
Actually, I'm canceling my vote for Astral Chain.
Why?
Oh,
I'm voting Devil May Cry 5.
I'm still going with Astral Chain.
You can do whatever you want. I just remember the Mega Busters in Devil May Cry 5.
Alright.
No Mega Buster in Astral Chain. That's all I gotta fucking say.
but you can ride the dog.
Mega bust my
You can
ass.
beat the dog.
How about that?
But you are a cop. There is no cops in Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, Dev, you pig fucker. You gonna fucking vote Astral Chain?
Alright, fine. Alright, fine. No, it's okay. No, it's
Like
okay.
the first bit in Devil May Cry 5 is Nero going, "Hey cop, watch this."
And then he sticks up the middle finger.
Yeah.
Best action adventure game.
Anyway, ACAB, Resident Evil 2. I love playing Leon Kennedy. You know, just great character.
It's just
really good motivation.
Yes.
RCPD for life.
Yeah, just real into the Raccoon City Police Department.
Gotta protect the
Favorite place to
president.
be.
Best action adventure game. Borderlands 3. Control. Death Stranding. Resident Evil 2. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and Sekiro.
I didn't vote Sekiro Game of the Year because I voted it for action adventure. Sekiro is a action adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like how that game controls. Like
Yeah.
that. Like I definitely did not finish it. I don't think I'm going to go back to finish it, but I love how that game, the verticality in that game is something I've been missing from the Souls games.
Yeah.
It's got wonderful action, wonderful adventure, and it is a great game.
And it is a game.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I could see that. I could see 5-6 of this list getting it.
Yeah.
That image they used for Link's Awakening is not good. They just they just slapped that's right.
Yeah, and the fucking I don't know why they like photoshopped the picture for Borderlands 3. Like is it Hello, I'm getting a message from our producer.
It's I'm the producer. That's what it looks like.
It just looks like that in game.
That's just what the Borderlands 3 looks like.
Okay. Cut this, Dev, when you edit right here. Thank you.
No problem. So best art direction presented by Samsung QLED televisions. Control, Death Stranding, Gris, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro, and The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
That
It may not always run good, but it looks good.
that game is, you know what, they need to, and or technical achievement. So
Well,
If you're a hater, comment below so I can block you.
yeah. That game is a treat to look at constantly.
yes.
That game is that game is fucking cute. I spent most of my time playing it in portable mode, and then the times that I would put it in my TV and play it, I'd be like, man, this game looks good. But I mean, like, again, like a lot of the stuff here, definitely, like, these are all very strong.
Yeah. Good year for games.
Yeah, good year.
Why is it Borderlands on this list?
Well, best new art direction.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Best place to leave your flash drive.
Medieval Times.
Best magic trick.
Borderlands 3. Best magic trick!
Audio design, Modern Warfare, Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro. It's probably gonna. I feel like that's Death Stranding.
I voted Resident Evil 2 because this is the only game where you can turn on or off safe house music.
You don't want to hear the.
Best design.
You don't want to hear. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I turned that shit up.
Oh,
That's fucking.
oh, okay, all right.
Like the fact that you could choose the classic music, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
I feel like there's no way that known audiophile Hideo Kojima does not take this.
Yeah, and I don't know, they didn't do the same thing for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because I figure if you're going to remake that game, then... Oh, wait,
Sorry, hey, it's me again. It's me again. That's not it's not a remake. That's just a new one.
All right,
they just called
all right, cut here.
They just called it Modern Warfare. Community support.
I vote Fortnite every time.
We like Fortnite.
We like it.
Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Now,
go ahead.
Y'all know me. I like Destiny 2. Maybe a little too much, but like recently they switched over from Bungie.net to Steam. No, from Battle.net to Steam. I feel like even if like all the stuff afterward with the new season hasn't been 100% great, I feel like they like did a lot of good in the lead up to that, like making sure it was easy to move everything over, crossplay, all that.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like the cash shop stuff right now, it's not great. Feels a little greedy, but otherwise they do a good job.
That said, these are all, obviously these are all very popular games right now. There's in my mind, there's no way Fortnite doesn't win this, to be honest, just because it's Fortnite.
Yeah.
That said, they did recently put out Final Fantasy 14 version 5.1, where I have been able to level up my crafters so much easier than ever before. So that's where my vote is.
Yeah. And that duty stuff. I did hear about that duty stuff.
So y'all got your choices for the games that you play a lot. Y'all know I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends.
Yeah, right. Yeah, big in Apex.
I think that's like, it's on the Source engine, so I'm gonna like it. That game's just fun to move around in.
It's a fun game.
I absolutely love the characters in that game.
Yeah.
The battle pass and the costumes that they introduce every once in a while are fucking overpriced garbage, and all the microtransactions in that game can suck my fucking ass. I voted Fortnite. Fuck, this does not deserve a community support anything. They don't deserve that shit, period. You want to charge me $10 for a battle pass and it takes 80 fucking years to get to the end of it, on the same time you're doing a Halloween event where it costs $300 to unlock everything? Fuck you. That is not community support.
The microtransactions are what made you vote for Fortnite instead?
Yes! Fortnite like puts out like all these really fun like free events, and like their battle passes don't fucking suck. They give you like you get so much shit while you play Fortnite. Like the dailies that they do are so much fun, and like in Apex Legends, the dailies that they make you do are for characters you don't fucking own.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem, I guess, with like those dailies. I feel like if they
heard you, they heard like, oh, if you don't want to do these dailies because you don't own these. You don't own these characters. That's fine. We're gonna introduce rerolling with the same currency it costs to get those characters anyway.
Okay.
It is stupid.
I will say another point for Destiny, like that also an easy battle pass to get through. Like the only reason I've not gotten to 100 is like Pokemon came out.
Apex could have been fucking huge. I don't know what went wrong.
Yeah. They'll figure it out.
They let their employees take breaks.
And the tick rate? Can we talk about the tick rate?
Content creator elite. No, we're gonna
DownAir podcast. Give us your vote.
Yeah,
throw them in.
I don't get why we didn't get content creator. Why didn't we get?
No, we're on there. We're on there. I emailed Jeff and he told me that we're on the list.
Yeah. Don't know a single fucking person on that list.
So I voted Ewok because the day before I read that they were moving from Twitch to Mixer. First time I heard of them. Apparently they're a 13-year-old Fortnite player. I thought, this is probably the person least likely to say something racist on stream. I feel like that's the week after.
A 13-year-old that plays Fortnite?
Are you saying a week after you voted that they said something racist?
No, a week after they win.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I feel like are you saying a 13-year-old is the least likely to say the N-word?
Now I think about it. Oh well.
It's like, don't you win?
There's no good
don't you get like
option.
money for this for winning these?
No.
No. Okay, that's all right. Whatever.
No, I don't think so.
You get a statue.
Okay. Best esports coach again
Vote Dev from the Down Air podcast.
for content creator of the year. Yeah, vote for me.
No, for esports host.
Oh, for esports coach. Yeah, also vote me. I do great Smash Brothers commentary. I have 14 and a half episodes worth of proof.
Perfect insight in the competitive scene. of Smash Brothers.
I know it all. I'm the best. Once again, don't know a single person on the esports coach list.
They're all either like
It's either League of Legends, Dota 2, or Counter-Strike. It's just esports event.
I voted Evo.
Yeah, 2019 Overwatch League Grand Finals. No.
oh yeah,
Evo, Fortnite World Cup, IEM Katowice 2019. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
that's not a game.
League of Legends World Championship 2019 and the International. It's either Evo or it's the International. Like, as far as what I think would win, it's either Evo or the International. I would vote for Evo. Because that is the only,
really
other
good.
than fighting game of the year, that is the only fucking mention of fighting games. Like, seriously? We're still doing this?
Yeah.
The year 2019? And then, speaking of the devil, esports game of the year.
League of Legends.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch. Are you voting for League of Legends?
No, I voted CS:GO.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It
It updated recently, and that made me happy, so I voted for it.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to necessarily vote for any of these. I certainly don't. Overwatch is probably going to win. I don't want Overwatch to win.
I really do. I voted Dota 2 because like
Sure, you know
it's been a long time since they put it in, but all the like spectator stuff, like all that, it's still like above and beyond the best there is. Like watching matches, following the commentary, all that. Like no one has done anything as like close to that.
Yeah, that's. I guess I would vote for Dota 2 if I wanted to vote for any of them. I'll put negative votes towards Overwatch.
I can't believe that's even on this
remover.
fucking list.
I mean, unfortunately, I can't.
If Overwatch wins, will we hear blue? Will we hear booze?
Yes.
I think so. I think they're
cool.
You know what? I think you'll fucking hear like Free Hong Kong if Blizzard wins.
Yes.
If Overwatch wins.
Yeah, if it wins anything on this list.
Esports hosts again. We're not. Jeff.
Vote Cube from the Down Air podcast as the best esports host.
Yeah, we're all
if you can't vote for
we're
me,
all actually going to be on the list separately. So pick your favorite.
Yeah. Pick your favorite.
The one with
put Statsman Bruno on this list.
the one who gets.
I don't know if he still does it anymore, but he was real good.
Yeah, I don't know any.
I voted Golden Boy because I like that anime.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know a single person on the esports host list. Esports player.
Vote me from the Down Air podcast. I'm gonna be on there.
Yeah, Robbie.
How are there no fighting game players on this?
That's what I don't fucking get it.
Because fighting games aren't esports.
But then you're gonna put Evo on best tournament, and you're not gonna have a single fucking like the fact that Sonic Fox was anywhere at Evo is surprising. And it wasn't it like was it just for the Sonic Fox versus Goichi match, or was it for
I think it was.
Or was it for best esports like player?
I don't remember.
Well, like that was it, and now not even anything. Like, it's just talking about like I don't know, man. I don't like.
It's weird.
I guess, yeah, sure. If you're gonna compare, I guess if you want to compare the fucking money that like the international brings in or something compared to fighting games, then sure, one definitely may bring in more than the other. But like,
I guess devil's advocate is like, I don't know anybody who would be considered the best fighting game esports player of the year in the same way that I don't recognize any of these people. Like, I'm not like super into like competitive esports and knowing a lot of names and being like that, because the only thing I really have to go off of is Smash Bros, and it's like, who are you gonna put in here? Fucking MKLeo?
yeah.
Samsora? Like,
I mean, there was.
I like them, but
I mean, the one that people were bringing up a lot is related to Tekken 7. This dude who I think he's this Pakistani dude, Arslan Ash, who came in and just fucking won Tekken 7 at Evo, and then he went and won like Tekken 7 in Evo Japan. And
oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and it's like that dude's got a fucking hell of a story, and it's like people are like, how is this dude not here?
Vote for Faker.
Vote for Faker, I guess. I'll say anything.
Esports team, got to go with DownAir Podcast.
Yeah, the DownAir Podcast definitely is the best team. I'm surprised that team. I don't even want to say it because I don't want. It feels weird to say out loud. I think it was a bunch of. I think recently it was a bunch of ex-Team Liquid players formed a team that is just called Nigma, Nigma.
Okay.
And nobody
could have put an E.
Nobody thought about took a second to say that and say, hey, maybe this sucks.
Oh no! It's just the Riddler from Batman. His name was also like Edward Nigma.
And nobody thought about these things usually get shortened, don't they? Like you never see Team Liquid fully in front of. It's usually like a 3-letter.
Like TL.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Nobody really thought about that.
I voted Team Liquid because Mango's on that.
That's
team.
the only team that I know of any of these. So,
best Nintendo game.
Yeah, best family game, otherwise known as best family game, best Nintendo game.
Fucking sweeped it.
Best Nintendo game that came out this year. What are you voting for?
So the
Ring Fit's pretty good.
The nominees are Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Yoshi's Crafted World. Luigi's Mansion.
I voted Mario Maker.
That's fair.
Okay, Luigi's Mansion is really good. I haven't beaten it. It's really good.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, if we're
Mario Maker 2, also really good.
If we're gonna talk about a family game, it's probably Mario Maker.
Yeah, Ring Fit was my vote because it has got me to exercise and feel way better about myself. But it's not a game my family plays.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Yeah. As far as a family game goes, it would probably be Mario Maker 2. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have not updated that game much.
No.
I hope they do.
The last update was just for co-op with friends.
Yeah.
We're getting amiibo costumes, just you wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta make all of them.
Just wait.
It's like 500 of those things now.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Except for game direction and games for impact.
And Fresh Indie Game, don't you forget.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, Fresh Indie Game sponsored by Subway.
Oh, yeah. Fresh Indie Game.
I voted House for Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah. Either House for Untitled Goose Game. I like Slay the Spire a lot. So I could put it to that, too. Game direction.
This is the Hideo Kojima
That's the Hideo Kojima Award. Or Control. I can see Control taking it.
Yeah, Control's pretty good. Looks like it has good direction.
100. I will bet money on this. Hideo Kojima will win the Best Game Direction Award.
Alright, I will put my PayPal link on the screen right now.
Okay, and I will put Dev's PayPal password on the screen right now.
Here's my credit card information.
I'll put Dev's Bitcoin wallet on the screen right now.
Games for Impact. For for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Concrete Genie, Gris, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, and Sea of Solitude, which I didn't even know Sea of Solitude came out.
I played none of these, and I voted Life is Strange 2 because I like the first 2 games.
Same.
I feel like Life is Strange 2 is kind of like not entirely well received.
Oh.
By who?
I don't know. I just feel like I've not actually seen anything positive about it.
I haven't seen anything positive about Life is Strange 1 either. Nobody says good things about Life is Strange 1. No one says anything good about that series. It's always like, this game did this game did that, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like people not actually playing the game.
Yeah, I guess so. I just feel like there's just not a lot of... I definitely feel like now, at least, it feels like at the very least there's more like fondness or hype for Life is Strange 1. I feel like I've not seen anything for 2.
Posers.
I feel like, I mean, just of these games that I have at the very least seen, I feel like Kind Words would probably be it. I mean, that's just a game about being nice to other people.
Yeah, I saw that game on Steam, and it's a very, very, very cute game. I don't know how many people play it, though.
Yeah. So we shall see.
Quick thing. Can we go back to freshening game presented by Subway?
Yeah, of course. It's presented by Subway.
Y'all ever had the mac and cheese at Subway? Is that stuff
No.
good?
No, it's not.
I've never. I don't think I've had a side at Subway, ever.
All right.
I had it. Like, I took a bite out of it. It just like tastes like shitty KFC mac and cheese. Now, what I do like is they introduce those like $1.50 sliders. Those are like pretty okay.
Slider?
They're very small. Yeah, they have like sliders, and you could choose like what you wanted, like a normal sandwich.
So not like they're not like burgers. They're like sandwiches, but just small.
Yeah, they're just small sandwiches.
Yeah.
I was in there with Meeks. And Meeks was getting a full size sandwich. And I was like, I'm not really hungry, but I could like get the Subway taste in my mouth, and that was like great.
Right.
I had like a little Philly cheesesteak. It was like it was so cute. It was nice. It was a nice little $1.50 sandwich.
Okay.
All right. I know what I'm doing for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah. Taste for adventure.
Yeah.
Be fresh.
We did independent game.
DownAir podcast presented by Subway.
DownAir podcast sponsored by Subway. Go to subway.com. Put in the promo code confirm 5 smash. Get yourself a 10% increase to your total price.
Oh, there's more awards on here. I thought we were done.
Yeah, we did. We did independent game. We did mobile game. Yeah.
Gotta do multiplayer.
Yeah,
game.
multiplayer game. Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty: Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Yeah.
Tetris 99.
Yeah, Tetris 99.
That game is so fucking fun and so cool.
Yeah.
I voted Apex because I really did not play Tetris 99 much. Was that this year?
Yeah. That was like January.
Yeah, I think it was definitely after. Was it? Hang on a second. How do you even look this up?
Yeah, I voted Apex because I played more than Tetris and I enjoyed playing it with you guys a lot.
February 13th.
Huh. Wild.
Yeah. I still play Tetris 99. Definitely not as fervently as I did when it first came out, but like whenever especially when they added like dailies to that game, I'll definitely go in and play a couple matches, or like if they have one of those like events where you can get a new background, I'll pop in for those. It's Tetris. And Tetris is very fun.
Yeah. It's hard to beat Tetris.
Yeah. Narrative. A Plague Tale: Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, The Outer Worlds.
I have not. I've played a little bit The Outer Worlds, but I didn't exactly get far in the narrative.
Yeah.
I voted Outer Worlds.
Okay. I have not played enough of anything to either agree with that or deny that. So
I love Death Stranding, but Outer Worlds deserves a golden star for its storytelling and characters. Because all of those writers and all of those developers worked very closely together, and you can tell.
Yeah, I definitely the bit that I played of the Outer Worlds, I definitely did like all of the character interactions that I experienced. Like, it was definitely like I felt like I was playing a Fallout game that I would actually care about.
Yeah. I can't wait to see other things that Obsidian does.
Yeah,
with that formula and that engine.
Yeah, 100%. Ongoing game. Wait, isn't this?
No, it's different.
Is it different?
Yeah.
Community support.
Yeah, community support is like. Yeah.
Okay.
Listening to the community over like actually updating the game.
Oh, okay. Ongoing game. I will still give it to Final Fantasy 14.
I gave it to Apex.
After the glowing.
I think that they're shitty at supporting the community, but I really like that Halloween game mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good.
That's true. Performance. Ashley Birch as Parvati Holcomb in The Outer Worlds. Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden in Control. Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz in Gears 5. Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding. Matthew Peretta as Dr. Casper Darling in Control. Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges, Death Stranding.
I like Parvati.
I do like Parvati.
It pained me to vote Norman Reedus. It punched me in the heart to vote Norman Reedus.
Okay.
I was so surprised at how much I liked his performance. But all I could think of was the voice actor strike and Ashley Birch's smiling face and how fun Parvati is to listen to.
Yeah.
But Sam Porter Bridges is so well directed in that game. It's just there's no I haven't seen a character that real in such a long time.
From what I see, he seems like a really good character. Like I get the feeling he does not like people, but he's not like he's not like a humorless human being.
Yeah, like you could definitely they did a very good job, at least from the early bits of Death Stranding that I played. They did a very good job at portraying like Norman Reedus' character in a way that's like, okay, I could kind of tell what's up with this dude and like why he's like acting the way he is a little bit. Like it's a very convincing way where it's like, oh, this dude's not just an asshole or something. Where it's like,
yeah,
I can tell what he's about.
He's very convincingly cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Parvati.
Talk to me in a week when I cancel my vote for Norman Reedus and put it on Ashley.
And then
this should be on Ride with Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. This should be on Ride with Norman Reedus. This ride's sick. Feel like I'm on Ride with Norman Reedus. I feel so fucking badass right now. It feels like I'm on an episode of Ride with Norman Reedus right now.
Can you hear me? Be steady.
I love you.
And now we've looped around.
And that's it. Those are the awards.
Outer Worlds!
Outer Worlds! Okay, I'm getting back to that point.
Who are you voting for? Email us, downairpodcast@gmail.com.
Send us a picture of your ballot.
It's legal.
It's legal.
Period.
Why can't you?
Yeah, why not? What's wrong?
Should we check emails?
We can.
All right, we got an email from David. Hi, Down Air Podcast. I'm David, the former chief programming officer for CNN. Oh, never mind.
What?
Oh, fuck, right. I forgot about that.
We're on Spotify.
We are on Spotify. That is some news. I forgot about that. So we uploaded we signed up for Anchor, which is, if you're not familiar, it is this kind of platform for podcasts where pretty much you upload your stuff to Anchor, and then they in turn put your podcast just everywhere for you. So we are now the DownAir podcast in its entirety. If you don't listen to, if you prefer to like download your podcasts and stuff and listen to them at your leisure, and you don't want to use YouTube, we are now on Spotify. We are now on Apple Podcasts. We are now on Google Podcast. Pretty much any place that you probably listen to podcasts, you can.
We're hard to miss.
We can find the podcast. You cannot escape us.
Just try.
Every second you are not running, we are getting closer.
Run. Now.
And this will be here. This will be there too now, because I had to go back and freaking re-export kind of everything to sync us all up. And now that we did that, now I can just kind of upload these concurrently.
Yeah.
You could be listening to this on iTunes right now.
Right now. Why aren't you? What's wrong with you?
I'll kill you.
Come on. This podcast is getting very, very threatening.
We're violent.
Yeah,
now.
we need to, because now we need to make sure that there is no room for doubt as to whether or not this is kid-friendly content on YouTube. So we just, we need to make sure that they know, like, don't fuck with us.
Yeah, I need to swear at least like 50 times more than I've already been doing. Asshole.
Why would you say that?
Bitch.
Not to you. Not to you.
What did I do? What?
Hot news. Beep 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 beep. Metroid Prime Trilogy HD and Super Metroid Remake in the works for Nintendo Switch.
That's not.
Wait, what? Where did this come from?
Twitter.
Oh,
wait.
All
Where
right.
did you fucking? What?
Twitter user Leaky Panda.
Oh, hey, I've heard this call before. Here, let me see. Nintendo is planning 2 new Metroid titles that will release in the next 2 fiscal years, respectively. One is a re-release of Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. The second one is a Super Metroid remake that mimics Samus Returns in style and scope.
That'd be neat.
Oh,
give me a remake of Metroid Fusion in the style of Other M.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Chop chop.
have you fought Nightmare in Fusion?
Wow, spoilers.
Sorry, I forgot that. I mean, that game's like freaking, like, what, 10 years old now? Shut up.
That game's like older than my niece.
Mine too, what do you want?
The fuck do you want?
Shut the fuck up.
If you want to tell us the age of your nephews, downairpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Or at us at DownAir Podcast on Twitter.
Excuse me.
Anything to plug, Devs?
Sorry, what?
We will never end this podcast.
End the podcast!
No.
Please.
Alright.
No!
No, I've tracked you forever. It never ends.
We're like, go here, get this, and Dev's like...
We never should have tried to take control.
Could never wrest control from me. That's the end of the episode. I hope you all had enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed doing it and preparing for it. See you maybe sometime in December. Who knows?
Yeah, probably after the 12th.
See you December 12th, 2019, everyone.
Yep, exact. Count it. Day and date. We'll be there. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
It's beginning to look a lot like Dustbowl.
Sentries everywhere. We are trapped inside our spawn. We have Uber, so move on. There are lots of snipers, so beware. It's beginning to look a lot like Dustbowl.